Is that for me?
That's for us.
Oh. Well, you won't have to worry about the neighbors tonight, baby, because we're going to clean the table.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Lord, look what a meal. You got yours selected or anything?
No. Get what you want.
God.
It'll fall apart. It's tender.
Is that mine?
If that's the one you want.
You better believe that's the one I want.
That's why I got you the platter.
Look what a princess. I'm so happy. Oh. Yum, yum, yum. You need me to get you one out?
No, I'll get it.
Okay, you sure?
I'm sure.
Just my baked potato?
Sure baked potato. There's salad. And there's baked beans.
I'm going to have to slow dance you into the moonlight tonight, love.
Oh, yeah.
I sure will if I'm able.
Promises, promises.
Yeah.
You'll have to try not to founder yourself.
God.
You know what?
Now this is hillbilly living, guys. This right.
Well, hello there, partner. Go on and hang up your hat, grab yourself a whiskey, and pull up in the easy chair. We're coming off the range of 9 to 5s with a whole herd of news stories that we've been steaming over like a cow patty in the Texas heat. As they say, the chickens are finally coming home to roost. And we're here to ruffle some feathers and ensure accountability ain't just a concept, it's reality. It's that time where the day's drama casts its longest shadow. So let's light a candle to the chaos of current events, the whirlwind of politics, and the tangled webs of corruption that we find ourselves entwined by. It's time to ramble our way into the twilight. Welcome to Sunset Rants.
Hello there. Welcome.
Hello.
Everyone. We got a special episode today. This is the first Sunset Rants of, was it August now?
Yeah,
Holy moly.
I think so.
Well, yeah, no, that's wild. No, we got a special guest today, so that should be amazing. I'm out and about traveling right now. Some of you guys know this background. How was your weekend?
Not bad. Just work.
Nice.
Same thing I do every weekend.
I love it. Yeah, quiet for me, got the air conditioning fixed finally, or tried to, and then just just took care of some personal stuff. So it was nice. It was relaxing. But we do got a special guest today, but in a second we'll introduce him. If you're new here, I am Tay. This is Sunset Rants. We catch you up to everything that's new. It's happened during the day while you're working. We're here every Tuesday and every Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern. You can check up our site right up there. It'll bring our beautiful faces up, all our episodes, everyone who works with us and their different channels and what they do, as long as some of our merch. If you want to hang out with us, join us on the Discord. It'll be right there. Like-minded individuals being able to talk and do what we want and much more. We're just here to have fun. Dee, introduce yourselves, all that fun stuff.
So I'm Dee. I am on X and Truth Social as Cynical Latina. And I just like to go on there and troll and have fun and basically just keep it lighthearted, nothing too crazy. So give me a follow and interact with me and don't be weird. And that's about it.
Be super weird. But
No.
Do it. But let's just jump into it.
Hello.
Hello there. How you doing, Joe?
Hey everyone.
Hey, it's a pleasure to have you here. So
Yeah, thank you for having me on.
yeah, actually, this is kind of a special moment for us. Like, as far as like me and Dee's segment, you are our first official guest on the Tuesday Sunset Rents edition. So it's amazing to have you here, especially for something this like right here on the ground. Apparently, you're the guy to talk to about it, aren't you?
Well, I've definitely got a hold of some really interesting documents that reveal with proof what a lot of people already thought and knew about this case.
Hmm.
This is not a new case. It's been going on for a long time, since 2021. Um, and in fact, I work for Texas Scorecard, which is a media company here in Texas. And back then, we wrote an article about how, uh, it was alleged that the far left district attorney uh, was accused of suppressing exculpatory evidence of that would prove that Daniel Perry acted in self-defense. And so that was known, but what nobody had seen or was that actual evidence that was not shown to the grand jury or included in the case. And when you look at what it says, it's fairly clear. And it's posted on X. I think I might have it still pinned on my X profile. Um, yeah,
I've got
you
it.
can.
I have it. Hi,
It's
Brian
on
here,
screen.
alleged producer. I have it. I have it pulled up. It's your tweet.
Okay.
Yeah. Is this justice? Which is the title of this episode. That's not an accident.
Yeah, if
Trust,
you look at
tre-
the left image and click on that one, it'll open the detective. I think I'm not exactly sure how you pronounce his last name. It might be like Fugit.
Conclusion of Detective Fugit.
Yeah, so this is the this is the lead murder investigator on this case, and this is what he wrote in his report, and that was not allowed to be seen by anyone.
Wow.
Wow.
So it's what it says is based on totality of the circumstances, the available evidence supports the assessment that Daniel Scott Perry had the right to be on public roadway in the incorporated city limits of Austin, Travis County, Texas, did not provoke an armed encounter with Garrett Foster or engage in criminal activity other than traffic violation, ran red light, and reasonably act in self-defense under Texas Penal Code 9.2, deadly force in defense of person justified.
He
Wow.
ruled it a justified homicide. And
Yeah,
then not only that, if you click on the bottom right image in this post, this is witness testimony or witness not testimony, it wasn't in court. This is a police interview as documented in a police report by an officer that was talking to this person, Lyric. I helped. I was trying to be helpful. I highlighted a piece of this because it's long, but this is what matters that a lot of people don't know.
Mm-hmm.
This person says that he saw Foster point the rifle at the driver. So it wasn't just,
I
oh,
see
this guy
that.
had a rifle. It wasn't like, oh, Foster just was in the area or he was threatening. According to this witness statement, he pointed the rifle at Daniel Perry, who then shot him.
that's a completely
And
justifiable thing for self-defense.
Yeah.
according
It,
to the lead murder investigator, it sure is.
so
Wow.
what
So
happens
all
now,
that
though?
was it.
Because
So they convicted Daniel Perry for murder, and then our governor, Greg Abbott, after reviewing the
pardon him.
scene, yeah, so Abbott had access to this. No one else did. I mean, other than, the prosecutors and the defense had this stuff. It just wasn't allowed to be shown.
Wow.
Um, and so what's happening right now is that, as you see in the detective's conclusion, Garrett or Daniel Perry ran a red light. And so what they're doing now is Travis County is coming back and saying, oh, well, you ran that red light. That is now considered deadly conduct. Um, and that carries 1 year in jail and I think like a $10,000 fine or something like that. And they don't leave this man alone, man. It's just like it was self-defense, okay? Why are you trying to continue to harass him? He's been pardoned, but they're trying to go on this lesser charge to still put him in jail. And we had um there was a hearing today actually where the
Yeah.
defense is saying, can you please move this to a different venue because we're not going to get a fair trial here on this. And the judge denied that request. Roma Nation had somebody on the ground in the court, as did Texas Scorecard. And we wrote about this today, actually, about today's events.
Mhm.
It'll be somewhere in my timeline if you want to find it. Um, and what one thing that they did that is just it's just so it speaks to their frame of mind is that the defense is arguing that well, in Austin we're not going to get a friendly jury here. It's going to be biased and tainted because of all of the media reports. If you Google this and look at the liberal media or the corporate press, it's going to all say that Daniel Perry is a giant murderer and he deserves it, basically.
Yeah.
And so this is what the entire population has been looking at. So how could you get a fair trial? But the judge disagreed, and while they were talking about this in the court, I think it might have been the judge that made this comment. I don't know if it was the judge or the prosecutor, but one of them allegedly said, according to our reporter that was there, um, that they joked, "Oh yeah, you do have a friend in Austin, in Austin," referring to the governor that pardoned him, which is just such an evil thing to say.
So this is
Yeah.
just like complete bullshit on like every end then. Like
Yeah, like it's
this
an
is like
absolute
disgusting. He's been
outrage.
pardoned, he's been everything. Like how are they able to get away with this is like kind of my question. What did your guy that actually got in court? Because there's only this is still going on. There's only so much he can talk about, I'm assuming. Um, you know, but I'm looking at the article right now. I'm gonna skim through it. Um,
This is the one from
but the guy's
today.
innocent, and the
Yeah,
evidence says he's
so
innocent.
this was not written by me. This was written by Travis, who was the guy that actually was in court. And he, if you look through it, he mentions this thing where they joke about the governor being a friend.
Let me see.
If you want to read the article to people, if I don't know if you guys do that or not,
Yeah,
but
yeah. Let me read this. It's not, yeah, let me read this so we can all know. I'll be on the same page. So it's
all
Carlos
right.
Barrera. No, you can. So Judge Carlos Barrera has refused to move former Army Sergeant Daniel Perry's deadly conduct case from Travis County's criminal court, despite concerns that he cannot guarantee a fair jury trial. The Travis County jury had previously sentenced Perry to 25 years in prison for murder after District Attorney Jose Garza prosecuted Perry for shooting and killing an armed Black Lives Matter protester. This is why they're trying to convict him so heavily.
Yeah.
The event occurred in July 2020 during the protests in downtown Austin. Now it's starting to make sense because it's such a liberal place. Governor Greg Abbott, though, pardoned Perry in May 2024. So assuming he was between those two, between that difference. However, if a person is pardoned for a theft, they'll be prosecuted by the county's attorney for additional misdemeanors stemming from the same incident. Wow. They're still being prosecuted for his actions, this time for deadly conduct. A misdemeanor punishable by up to 1 year in jail. Travis County Attorney Celia Gar's office, which is prosecuting Perry for a lesser charge, claims that the use of his vehicle leading to the 2020 altercation endangered bystanders. Uh, Perry was driving for Uber at the time of the event. Texas Scorecard was in attendance during Tuesday's hearing, in which both parties requested a decision on Perry's motion to change venue. Judge Barrera appeared confused and said he had not heard any convincing argument in favor for changing venues. Doug O'Connell, Perry's attorney, asked Judge Barrera if he had received their most recent filing, which argued the 1995 Selena case set the precedent to move Perry's case to a different court. Due to murder singer Selena Quintanilla Perez, immense popularity and beloved status in Corpus Christi, and how do you say it? Nueces?
I don't know.
Noose, I guess. Yeah, Noose is
county?
good enough.
Nueces
Yeah.
County? Okay. Approved venue. Let's see. Judge Mike Wesson approved a venue change for a trial. The defense argued that it would not have been impossible to seat and appear locally because so case had received widespread media coverage. Breyer responded that he had not received any filings from the clerk. So there's a ball drop right there. It seems for everything that we did file, said O'Connell. The filing was immediately sent to Judge Barrera, who reviewed it briefly, but claimed he had not read the opinion of the Selena case. Regardless, he argued the Selena case was moved due to for being universally loved in that county and no relevance to the case at hand. O'Connell pointed out since Perry is universally hated in this town, the Selena case is indeed relevant. Let's see. Let me look for what you were saying right quick. You were saying friend, right?
Yeah. On the universally hated, the next thing is where they jab at Governor Abbott.
Okay. After Washburn, representing the county's attorney office, used the opportunity to take a political jab at Governor Greg Abbott, claiming Perry is not universally hated because somebody in the governor's mansion loves him.
Huh.
What a bunch of lowlifes! Like these people are just
Seriously.
despicable, just fucking scum. And you know what? They're supposed to represent everybody. It's not just like a left right thing. You're supposed to represent everyone, and these people are just disgusting when like this. Texas Scorecard reached out to Washburn to confirm her statement, but did not receive a response by publication. Of course not, because why would any female in power have any kind of accountability in this? Judge Barrera argued that he did not believe the change of venue was called for since Perry's case was statewide, if not nationwide, controversy. Wow. So they're just scummy people just going after this.
Yeah, and the local media is totally on the side of the prosecution. It's crazy.
Yeah.
They like, you can just, when you read what these people are publishing, it is disgusting and evil, and it just proves that having counties paying local media, millions of dollars for advertising is just a giant scam to buy favorable coverage.
So
Yeah.
let me ask you, you're kind of from that area, it's coming like, Austin's an extremely liberal city, I would say probably one of the top 5 out of the nation. Do you think that they're just doing this just to use them as an example so that way they don't have another possible instance for writing since he was part of it and they don't want to know, so you have these like extremely liberal attorneys to partner up with them so they could like keep peace on the street? Do you think he's using like as that?
I don't know. I don't want to get into his head or speak for what they're doing, because I really don't know. All I know is that
Oh yeah, no,
the
absolutely.
evidence is like very clear, and there's no good reason to prosecute this case unless it's politically driven. I don't know. I mean, I can reach that conclusion based on the evidence, but getting into how their evil mind works is it's not easy to do, because who knows what the agenda is. It's not a popular thing, maybe outside of Austin and in the conservative space for sure. It's definitely not a move. Perhaps in super liberal Austin, this buys him points with the DSA or something. I
Mm,
don't know, but it's pretty gross.
Well, I
no.
think with based off all the evidence, it's really clear to see that this is extremely politically motivated. Not only that, the fact that they hid evidence to try to sway a guilty verdict. Now, this man has already served over a year in prison. This is what I was looking at, and while y'all were talking, I was looking at different articles that do just point him or paint him in the media mainstream as just like the worst scum of the earth, like this horrible murderer. When this was a guy that was possibly going to lose his life, and he was just at the wrong place at the wrong time, and he
I think
defended
he was
himself.
driving for Uber or something
He
like
was
that.
driving
Yes,
for
that's what
Uber
I
at the
see.
time. Yeah.
So, I mean, really at this point, it's like, what's the purpose? Because even if they convict him on this charge, he would only serve a year in prison, which is he's already served a year and 1 month in prison. So what is the purpose? Like, what are they trying to achieve? They just really want to make this man guilty, and that's it. Like, they want to
I
convict
don't
him.
know. I don't know if they would say, well, it's time served because
Yeah.
the time served was on the murder charge.
Uh-huh.
So this is it's technically a different
Like a new
charge, right?
charge.
And
Yeah.
so he could be convicted and go to jail. And
Yeah.
I think that they want him in jail.
Yeah.
Obviously, based on everything up until this point. And man, the crazy thing, I don't know if I mentioned how I got these documents, but this
Mm-mm.
is something
No,
that I
please.
think the world should know that there's this guy, Chris Harris in Austin. He's just like a concerned citizen. He went to the trial. He was just interested in it when it happened in 2021,
Uh-huh.
and he was so shocked by what he saw. Dude is like a liberal, okay? Like he's not a conservative. This guy is a lib, and he was so freaked out that he just stuck with it and demanded to see the documents for years and years, and then he sued them, and he's still requesting things through his lawsuit, but then he reached out to the third court circuit, like circuit of appeals or something.
Uh-huh.
Um, and that court just released the files to him completely unredacted, which is
Oh,
also
wow.
crazy because it has like they released every single witness in that crowd, everyone that the police interviewed. This court just released like their home address and phone number and contact information and driver's license number.
Wow.
It's like,
Wow.
are you serious right
You would
now?
assume that would at least be redacted, like the
Right, and
addresses and
and it's
such.
just like totally unredacted. So when I first got this, I was like, this can't possibly be real. And so I worked to confirm the authenticity of it. And when I did, then I started hinting at I was going to publish it about this. And then finally today, after they denied his motion to move venues, it was time to publish. And so I've
Yes.
published three little screenshots of 900 pages of unredacted evidence, but this
Holy
is what
moly.
I read it, and it took me. I can't say that I read 900 pages in full detail because I was like
Yeah.
skimming for the important things.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
so there's a lot here that we haven't uncovered. And what Texas Scorecard has done, which is my employer, is we actually have a court reporter, somebody that's an expert at reporting on court cases, who is now kind of taking it. He wrote this article that you guys read, um, and he did a great job, considering he kind of came cold into the court today, and I think he nailed the assessment pretty well.
Wow.
Wow.
I think it's fantastic. Or like one, I think it's great that you said was it Chris Harris?
Chris
Like,
Harris,
like you
citizen
were
Chris
taken back
Harris.
when you're just describing him. Like this guy's not a conservative. He's not a Republican. Like he's super liberal. But if just how gross this case is as far as like, the injustice of this guy. Like, here's the evidence. Here it is. And they're like, nah, fuck this. Like, if it's turning just a normal person on off like that to do his due diligence as, like, you know, a U.S. citizen, to get the answers, to get everything published for it.
No
This is
reporter
amazing.
did this.
You know, the
No
fact that,
reporter did this. Out of
huh?
thousands of people that
No
reported
one.
on this case, no one got this. And a concerned citizen had to do it for us. And, you know, thank you to Chris Harris for doing that, because it's a huge service for the public that they need to know what's happening in Travis County. Because if this is happening to Daniel Perry, this got attention. You know, like, how many people are sitting in some horrific, you know, Travis County jail on some trumped up thing where they hid evidence? Like, okay, if it
Yeah.
happened one time, it could probably happen again, or it has happened, and we don't know that.
Yeah.
No,
But it's, I want to know.
Yeah.
there's some
I
serious
think that's the
tomfoolery happening
problem.
with this.
Yeah, and I think that's a problem with like liberal counties, just because they we've seen time and time again they tend to persecute um, like people that go against not necessarily their political views, but like for this, it's like Black Lives Matter. So like Black Lives Matter was protected, like no matter what crimes they committed, no matter what they did, no matter how many people they injured or how much property they destroyed, they got away with it. Whereas somebody that kind of like opposes that, even if they're not, like who knows what Daniel Perry's.
There's a real chance that had Travis County not charged Perry, that they would have had riots on the streets. This was the
Yeah,
summer of love, after all.
exactly,
Cities were on fire.
Love.
And so,
exactly.
but in my opinion, it doesn't matter. You know, you can't go after an innocent man just because it's politically inconvenient for you.
No, and it's not mob. We're not under mob rule. Like everything that happened with like George Floyd, that like they put up murals, and God forbid you destroyed the mural, or you touched the mural in a wrong way, or you videoed yourself giving it the finger or something. You know, all of a sudden you're going to be arrested. Like what they did with the pride flag street walks, whatever, that someone put skid marks in it, and those people got arrested. Like, it's not mob rule. Okay, just because there's a few people that go out and protest and they start damaging stuff, like it doesn't mean that they get to dictate what our laws are. Like that we get to ignore the rule of law because a few people are going to be upset. So I just find that just insane. It's insanity. Like, oh, we're going to prosecute him because if not, the people are going to protest and riot. It doesn't make sense.
So
So
one thing that you guys should know that's kind of crazy, and just God works in really weird ways. This detective from this case in Austin is now working for Attorney General Ken Paxton in
ooh,
2025 as the head of the capital murder investigative team. And so this man is not someone that is not like some loon, right? Like, he's like a highly decorated, respected murder investigator that now works for the Texas Attorney General's office. And so I ask myself, okay, well, he wrote this, he knows. When is the Attorney General's office going to do something about it? And can they? I
yeah,
don't know if they can or not. And that, as we continue to investigate this, we will be reaching out to everyone to get a statement and a comment on what they're going
yeah,
to do about it, just kind of through the normal reporting process. But this is sort of day one of our new reporting on this, and
yeah.
there's it deserves to really properly be analyzed and investigated fairly, and the public deserves to know.
Well, as a side note, why do you think that nobody's saying anything? Like, for example, if this murder investigator or detective or whatever he is, like, knew the truth about it, why didn't he say something? Like, why do you think people are choosing to stay silent and choosing to let injustices happen when
I would say that I don't want to I don't want actually think very highly of this detective, to be
uh-huh
clear. Um, the case is ongoing, and
yeah
so there are rules and things where it might not be appropriate for him to comment or so on. And so,
got
I mean,
it
he was directly involved in this, and so,
yeah
um, but there's things that happened, right? For example, in this motion to change venue, the detective actually signed an affidavit. I forget when it was. You can find his affidavit somewhere. It's on X. And in this affidavit, he says that he thinks that as a witness up to this, that the prosecution had tampered. So the detective accused the prosecutor of witness tampering. Um,
oh
because at the time when this was going on, there was an interim police chief, and the prosecutor allegedly reached out to the police chief telling him that his police officer, his detective, should not share the conclusion of what was in his report with the grand jury. And he had and so I can't give any more details about that other than he filed a public affidavit saying that.
yeah
And so he made this accusation publicly in court.
wow
And it's like, okay, so now there's an accusation of witness tampering. So where's the case? Where's the investigation? And I don't know if there is an active, ongoing investigation by the Texas. There might be, who knows? I don't know
yeah
that. I hope so. I really hope that
wow
they're going to look at this, but no one has told me that there is. It's just been like, hey, it's an active case, so
hmm
this is not the appropriate time to comment on any of this things. It's sort of like let the legal system play out.
Yeah, no, but that's just super interesting. It's good to know that he is even though he's limited, it's good to know that he is like doing something about it. He's not just kind of staying at the side, even though probably his hands are pretty tied.
Yeah, I would say
Now I'm
so.
looking at what's wild is I'm looking at your what's it
We got you back.
some of the stuff that he's done. And, it says like judge refused to expose corporate interests in alleged Texas lottery. And domain battles is returned. City of Dallas accused of enforcing 103 ordinances in violation of Texas Constitution. Pretty good. So it seems like there's just a lot of stuff going on in the back end that a lot of people aren't really too aware of right now.
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you
Yes.
hear me?
Yeah, loud and
Okay.
clear.
Yeah, my headphones freaked out and they're not working anymore. But yeah, so I couldn't hear you. What was your question?
Oh no, I was just I was looking through Travis's stuff. And so he just wrote this one today, and what another one. There's like a bunch of kind of like corrupt stuff going on over by you guys that you guys are actually starting to expose. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Judge
Texas
refuses to expose hidden
scorecard
corporate
is
interests.
yeah, we're like Texas scorecard is in Texas probably the leading conservative investigative site with real reporters that are out and about getting scoops and investigating stuff. That's not behind a paywall. There's a couple others, but they paywall their stuff, and so that's not what we do. Um, and we do really solid work, including documentaries and things covering this. I, recently covered this story where Texas NGOs were transporting Texas kids to New Mexico for trans treatments, for example. And that was another story that I wrote
Ooh.
not too long ago, and it's still happening right now.
Holy
Wow, that's
moly.
crazy.
It's because we made it illegal in Texas, so the NGOs
Yeah.
are taking them to get their get the you know
Their
the
gender
boys
affirming care.
gender chopped off in New Mexico.
Oh God. That's gross.
No, I love it, man.
Oh,
What you guys are doing, like, you're doing what a lot of
yeah.
people wish a lot of people try to do, but just can't bring it up. I'm thoroughly impressed by what Texas Scorecard, yourself and your fellow peers are doing. It's fantastic, man. It truly is.
Yeah, I think it's a gem for Texas. Texas Scorecard is widely hated by Democrats and Republicans, which tells you a little bit about we're willing to cover all of the stories.
Yeah.
Sounds to me
That,
like
But
you're
it's good
pissing
that
off
you
the
do,
right
man.
people.
yes, exactly,
Yeah,
Brian.
yeah. It's
Whoa,
No,
hey, mass media student here. Just saying.
Are you in
now, Joe, let me
Texas?
ask you: are you staying for? I'm not sure. Are you staying for the whole show with us, or you got another show you got to jump onto as well?
No, I can I don't know how long the show is, but I can do probably like another 30 minutes.
Okay, no, perfect. So yeah, no, I just wanted to double check.
Well, roll with it.
Yeah, let's go for it. So
Uh,
we'll make it a little bit different. Yeah, some stuff, but this is far more interesting. So how do you guys, I'm interested in this as well, like what you guys do, but how do you guys find this stuff and become so thorough in it compared to like what other people do that just kind of like half-ass it? Like, how are you guys just so good at this and finding this information really with giving away trade secrets of yours?
Joseph, you're muted in StreamYard. If you can unmute yourself in StreamYard.
Can you
Okay,
hear
we're
me
getting
now?
sometimes.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, this thing is freaking out. It might be better if I rejoin. I'm not sure. I got some error message saying that I should refresh.
Okay, I can pull you off the stage. I'll pull myself off the stage, and then dealer's choice. We got to drop a couple segments, Tay. Which one you want to do next?
This one's interesting. Let's see. Let me take a look.
It seems to be working now.
Whichever.
By the way.
Doesn't matter to me.
I go with the Clintons. Clintons.
Yeah, we can go with that one.
All right.
This
Hey,
Pina.
just I'm going to go ahead and pull you off stage. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Joseph.
no, Joseph. No, thank you so much. Why'd you pull him off, man? We gotta say thank yous.
Oh, he was gonna
But
refresh. Hold on.
there he is. I got so sad.
I can't
Because
add him
he was
back.
having problem.
Yeah.
Because he was having
I'm tr-
problems.
Oh,
Well,
here we go.
We'll see if he gets back. We'll see if he gets back in.
Yeah, he's
He might need to refresh. He got that error message.
yeah. Anyway, I'll pull my let me get the next story up for you guys, and I will pull myself off.
Thanks,
Alright.
Brian.
But yeah, no, that was Joseph Trimmer, everybody. Definitely go follow him on X. That's fantastic, especially on their website. It was the Texas Scorecard. No, just texasscorecard.com. I was looking through some of these articles and they're fantastic. What this guy does, I am so
Yeah.
glad to have him on here. This is fantastic. Guy is truly awesome at what him and his coworkers do. So, go give them a follow. Go follow the Texas Scorecard on top of that. Hopefully you'll be able to get him back into the StreamYard over here in a second. But until then, let's see. You want to do the House Republicans subpoena Clintons is what you said?
Yes, let's go.
Okay. So this one is coming from USA Today. So on the top of this site, it'll be popping up here in a second. The story has been corrected to reflect that the House Oversight Committee issued the subpoenas in connection with the probe into Jeffrey Epstein case. So Republicans on the House Oversight Committee announced August 5th they have subpoenaed a host of top Democrats and former federal law enforcement leaders to appear for depositions in their probe of the Jeffrey Epstein sex trafficking case, including former President Bill Clinton and former Secretary of State Hillary Satan Clinton. The subpoenas seek testimony related to horrific crimes perpetrated by Jeffrey Epstein, according to the statement issued by the committee chairman, Rep. James Comer of Kentucky. The committee's Republican majority also issued a subpoena. Oh, you're back. Thank God. A
Yay!
subpoena of the Department of Justice for records related to Epstein. Subpoenas follow weeks of intensifying drama and rare dispute between President Donald Trump, who had a long friendship with Epstein, and his MAGA base. Didn't Trump, like, since the early beginning, say once he found out about Epstein, he's like just said no more friendship? Last month, the DOJ and FBI issued a joint statement saying they would not release Epstein investigative documents in their possession after months of promises by Attorney General Pam Bondi. So, how far do you think this is going to go? Dee, what are you thinking? I know you got a lot of stuff to say on this one.
Well, the thing is that there's so much that we don't know. And from the way I view it and I see it, there's a lot of suspicious activity all the way around. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't like the way that Trump is handling it. I can hate the way that he handles it and still support the man, so that's my perspective on it. I hate the way he's handling it. I don't feel like it looks good on him. It's not believable. Some of the stuff he says is kind of like, I don't know. It doesn't inspire confidence, but does that mean that I'm not going to put my faith in him? No, because I believe that him and Epstein were friends, like 100%. They were friends for a long time. Just because you're friends with someone doesn't mean you know all their activity and you know all the things that they do. So he could have been friends with him. They could have partied together. And when he kind of started seeing what kind of person he was, he distanced himself from him. And I believe that any kind of investigation that the government was doing, I think they were actively trying for so long to get him on something that it's very possible that all the information and intelligence they collected on Epstein, they purposely tied it to Trump. Because all of a sudden Trump coming out and saying that Epstein is a hoax and it's this and it's that, it just makes me believe more that he's going to be in those files. But is it going to be like a earth-shattering development? Like, oh yeah, he blah 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 blah. Like, I don't think so. I just think he's involved with him, which we know.
Yeah.
There's so many videos of them together and pictures of them together. But I think they tried to smear him. Clearly, they've tried to smear him before. I think they're going to keep trying to smear him, and any documents that were found in any investigations are going to smear him in a negative way. There is a video where they're interrogating Epstein and they ask him, did you ever see Donald Trump with like an underage girl? And he chose to plead the fifth. However, and a lot of leftists were sharing this as proof that Trump slept with young girls. Before he pleads
Pleading
the
fifth doesn't mean that's not hiding the fact. That's just not answering it. Like, that's just not. But
when
even on
asked,
this, I wouldn't even say yes. He is the POTUS, and he's like kind of one of the most like gleaming figures. Where'd Joe go? He was here for a second. Oh man.
Okay, it doesn't work anymore for him. He's out.
Ah man, that's
he
unfortunate.
had too many technical difficulties.
I like him. He's a great guy.
Yeah, he had too many technical
But
difficulties. It's a shame.
It's okay, but we have was it former the people who were subpoenaed? What just happened? Now this is as the fifth, which is today. Former President Bill Clinton, former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, multiple former U.S. Attorney Generals, including Garland, Barr, Sessions, Lynch, Holder, and Gonzalez, former FBI Director James Comey, and Robert Mueller. They both they demanded both depositions and full unredacted DOJ files related to Epstein's. The depositions are scheduled for October 9th, Hillary, and October 14th, Bill. The Justice Department has until August 19th to hand over requested documents, though declines to negotiate what matters. Chairman James Comer highlighted Bill Clinton's past flights on Epstein's private jets and alleged files to Ghislaine Maxwell, while Hillary Clinton's connection was noted through familial and professional links. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff going on in this.
Well,
but they
like
also
I was saying, when Epstein was asked before he replied and saying that he pled the fifth, he laughed. He just went like, and to me that shows a lot, because it's like, why would he kind of scoff at the question if he didn't think it was bullshit? And so we have seen, like you were mentioning, there's so many ties to the Clintons and Epstein, way more than there's any ties to Epstein and Trump. For fuck's sake, he had a picture of Bill Clinton in Monica Lewinsky's dress and high heels on a chair, painted in his office or in his bedroom. I don't remember where the fuck it was, but come on now. Like,
I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen that photo.
Why would he have that picture? Yes, of course.
I actually have it in my living room right now. I took it.
We all need a replica of that in our
No, of course
houses.
it's bullshit, because they were still like in their 30s and 40s back then. They were in their 40s back then. So you're asking, like, have you seen with younger women? They're millionaires and billionaires. They're going to be with objectively younger women. So the implication of, have you seen him with younger women? It's like, he scoffs at it because he knew it was a bullshit thing. So that's what I can only assume. That's why he gave it that chuckle in the fifth. Because
if you're at a party, right, and you're partying with people, it doesn't mean that Trump slept with anybody there. He could have just been there partying, and he's talking to some of the girls there. Like, how are you going to find out who's underage unless you talk to them? Like, how are you going to know that these girls are underage? And I don't know about y'all, but when I was like 14 years, as a matter of fact, when I was 14 years old, I was dating a 22-year-old.
Like, that's weird, but I know, like, even in the 90s, though.
We young girls don't always tell these guys we are not underage. How would you know? If I had a fake ID, how would you know?
You guys are the devil.
We are. I was.
Mama Boucher was right. Mama Boucher was right. Girls are the devil.
I never like went past kissing, but because I didn't know what it was. But like, we can be conniving and lying and manipulative at that young, and it's the truth. So you have a bunch of these young girls that think they're all grown up at these adult parties. They're not going to be honest about their age. There was a man that got sent to prison here in my town because he was a DJ at a college party on campus, okay, where you look at these girls and you think they're college students, above 18, right? And he took two of these girls home, and they were both 16 years old, and then they turned around and accused him of rape, and he ended up in jail. That's entrapment. It's entrapment because
that's disgusting.
Because he had no idea. He was drunk. He was drinking. He was partying. He didn't bother to ask these girls for their IDs before he took them home. Like, why would he? It was a college party at the college campus. Like, why would he do that? And then all of a sudden, oh, we're underage, and now you're getting sued to oblivion, and you're in prison first, and now you got to register as a sex offender. Like, that's messed up, So just saying, like, just saying that's messed up. So, anyways, I think what we're gonna have to try to do, because we do have let's see, we do have to have a stop time on the show. Brian, did you want to do
Going to
another
caption
segment
this.
and then caption this, or did you want to do caption this now? I didn't even realize the
Caption
time.
this. So if we do have a stop time,
Yeah.
it gives us some time. It'll give us.
Yeah, let's
We'll
do
aim
the
for
caption.
we'll aim for like 50 something.
You
Yeah.
want to do the caption this first and do the because something else kind of sets up the caption this.
Okay, let's do the something else then
Oh, then
first.
just put that in then.
Okay.
All right, let's see. All right. Did you want me to read it, or did you want to read it?
You can do it. It's fun.
Okay, so prehistoric air has been reconstructed from dinosaur teeth. An amazing first. So this is right, you guys. So a collection of dinosaur teeth hailing back to the Cretaceous and Jurassic periods has given scientists a new window into the world's prehistoric climate. By studying an isotope of oxygen in the fossils to infer atmospheric carbon dioxide levels, a team led by geochemist Ding-Su Fang of the George August University of Göttingen in Germany has reconstructed the very air the dinosaurs breathed. The results show that dinosaur teeth are a powerful tool for scientists, not just for understanding the world in which the dinosaurs lived, but the events that took place, since changing isotope levels can imply events such as massive volcanic eruptions. So our findings provide a new research avenue to reconstruct a direct link between land-living vertebrates and the atmosphere they breathe. Paleontologist and geochemist Thomas Tutkin of the Institute of Geosciences at Johannes Gutenberg, Mainz in Germany, told Science Alert. Even after 150 million years, isotopic traces of the oxygen molecules of the Mesozoic atmosphere that the dinosaur inhaled are still preserved in fossil tooth enamel that can tell us something about the ancient atmosphere composition and global photosynthetic biomass production. Let's
Don't fool you. That's a
see.
T-Rex wiener.
Yeah, that definitely is. So it kind of goes on to explain about oxygen, which we all kind of know a little bit about oxygen since we breathe it. I'm trying to get to the part where they, I guess the oxygen levels that they found in the tooth enamel are a lot less lower than they were now. And
But they're in the teeth, though.
They're
There's
in the
no-
teeth, though. So,
But if you, I don't know how much I trust this, because if you look through anything else, the Mesozoic and all them, that's like when there's the most oxygen.
Yes, but what they're saying is that based off the teeth, it suggests that there was a massive spike in volcanic activity, which in turn also says that there was a lot more, I guess you could say, pollution, chemicals, hazards in the air than we have now. Let's see.
It's all those triceratops running carbureted V8s, just guzzling down the gas of their forefathers.
Pretty much. I mean, based off of that, like what we know, like especially when we have this like climate change panicins and all that stuff, where they're trying to say, you know, oh, our planet's so polluted, blah 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 blah. It says that like our climate is resilient. Like during this era, there was all these volcanic eruptions and there was so much in the air, yet dinosaurs thrive in this. So, I mean, our climate resilience may be greater than the models suggest, you know?
Or
So
maybe
I
the
don't think,
dinosaur was just eating like dead animals that were like buried in ash all the time.
well, you know, despite all the harsh conditions, it's suggesting that there's high biological adaptation. So maybe, just maybe, we will adapt to all the changes of all the climate change that we have. I don't know. I personally don't believe in climate change the way that follow the science tells us to, because to me it just sounds like a bunch of bullshit. But you know, I do think that we can affect our weather, like cloud seeding definitely is affecting our weather, you know, but I don't think that it's kind of as terrible as they make it out to be, especially with, you know, oh, there's the acid rain, oh, the ozone layer is going to be depleted, oh, the greenhouse effects and all this stuff. It ends up being bullshit, and then they make up some new bullshit, and then they say trust us, like this one's it. Like I think at one point they said there was going to be an ice age, and then the acid rain, and then the ozone layer, and then the greenhouse gases, and now it's just an umbrella term of climate change. Like it's not even a specified like like event. It's it's just a generalized umbrella. Like the climate's gonna get you. Okay, dude. Some dude farts and like there's an earthquake, climate change. The cows are farting, climate change. You know, it's just a stupid. That's
So
my rant.
let's keep talking about farts and all your ranty stuff while we do the caption this.
Caption this.
I think you can keep talking for another 15 minutes on farts and all this stuff. I like this one.
Can.
This is a good one. So for y'all who are new here, basically at the end of every segment, we come up with this. So at the end of the show, we come up with this AI generated. Make a meme out of it. We just make memes and jokes at it. Best one will be put on a shirt or a hat or something like that. We end up giving the merch away later on in the season. I think we might have one or two left before we start giving. But I like this.
I already put mine. Walking Yoshi. It's so cute. The little one is so freaking adorable. Did you already come up with something?
Yeah, but I'm using my phone, so I have to see if I could jump into.
Oh, here's Roma. Harambe showing Jurassic Park how it's done after Robert Molden failed. Ooh. Pet today, predator
Mine says,
tomorrow.
you're my boy, Blue," said Mr. Blue.
Oh, there we go. I was thinking about Donkey Kong and Yoshi. Yeah, see, I had it half right. I had walking Yoshi. Maybe something like when Donkey Kong wins Mario Kart and gets to walk Yoshi. Dog walks Yoshi.
That's a cool one. I like it. But you got anything? I know we gotta
Right.
cut it off short, so
Let's see. I'll type it in.
yeah, I'll let you choose for today because I can't see anything on my screen is too tiny.
Uh, okay. Well, I'm gonna wait for more to come in. There you go. When DK wins at Mario Kart and gets to dog walk Yoshi. Do 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 do. Everybody's crazy, but a sharp dressed man. Ooh, okay. All right. Well, let's see. Are we getting any more in? You couldn't think of one?
I did. I said, "You're my boy, Blue," said Mr. Blue.
Oh, where did you post yours?
I didn't.
Oh, you just said it. They don't bite, I promise. That's cute. I do like that. Okay, so what are you thinking? Brian, help me out. Which one do you like, Brian? Help. What do you think, Tay? So we got Roma's Harambe showing Jurassic Park how it's done after Robert Muldoon failed. Pet today, predator tomorrow. Oh, Brian says he likes Hardy, sharp-dressed man. I like that one too. What do you think, Tay?
Refined Godzilla versus King Kong.
Godzilla versus King Kong?
Refined.
I don't get it.
I don't know. Because King Kong is like, "I'm a monkey." Rah. And Godzilla's like, "Ah, I'm a big old lizard," but it's just a cute little lizard now. King Kong's in a suit.
Okay.
Do you not watch movies? Do you know what the
I
word
do.
refined means? If I said fart like in different tempos, would that help? Like farty fart? It's like, oh, this is what this means. It'll be like
I
a Morse
understand
code,
that.
but in the word fart.
Oops. All right. Well, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna have to side with Brian and go with Hardy's sharp dressed man. You good with
Sure.
that?
Whatever you want.
Okay. Well, win-win chicken dinner. We got a winner, and it's Hardy. Boom. You have
Well,
one
everybody,
caption this.
perfect. Everyone, thank you. That was we had a special guest today with Joe again. Joe, thanks for coming out. We definitely appreciate you on here. Go check out Texas Scorecard. That's your site. Go follow him on Twitter as well. Joseph Trimmer will be there. Fantastic. I like what they're doing. Especially talk about this. How this is getting more national coverage, I have no idea. I think it's about to. Do you got anything else you want to close out on today?
No, it's unbelievable that this is happening. I'm kind of really blown away. Also, on my X account, Cynical Latina, I went ahead and gave a shout out to Joseph Trimmer and Texas Scorecard. Please make sure you follow them. I think that they need, especially if you're a Texan, because they're reporting on the news that mainstream media and legacy media will not cover. So we need to stay on top of what's happening in Texas. So make sure you give them a follow and stay up to date with what's going on. Like, we need to stay awake, basically. Like, we need to make sure that we're on top of things and we don't let these things slide. So yeah, thank you very much, guys. I appreciate you, and we appreciate you, and thank you so much for tuning in.
Yeah, no, thank you so much. We will be back on Thursday. If you're here for the first time, thank you. I hope you enjoyed today's special episode. If you're here again, I wasn't able to look too much in the chat today, but thank you. We appreciate you guys come back time and time again. We will have some new fun stuff coming up on Thursday as well. Try to follow up on some interesting stuff that we've talked about a couple weeks ago. But until then, stay safe. Happy Taco Tuesday, and we will see you then. Take care.
Bye.
So I got to thinking, there's MAHA, Make America Healthy Again. MAGA, Make America Great Again. But what we really need to do is make America follow the Constitution again. Motherfucker. That sounded better in my head.